What I would tell Luka Dončić after he was traded to my Los Angeles Lakers. Luka's trade wasn't just a basketball move. It was a financial move, one with serious tax and wealth implications. Going from Texas with zero state income tax to California, where the top state tax rate is 13.3%. That means Luka is about to forfeit millions of dollars in taxes without even stepping foot on the court. And this is not hypothetical. Had Luka stayed in Dallas, he would have been eligible for a $345 million supermax contract. But because of the trade and the NBA's collective bargaining rules, the most he can sign with the Lakers for is an estimated $229 million over 5 years, a difference of over $116 million in guaranteed earnings. Then comes California's tax bite. On a max contract, Luka could be paying over $30 million in California state taxes alone, money he would have kept entirely if he would have remained in Texas. Now, he's not the first athlete to deal with this. Many sports stars, NBA, NFL, MLB, even international soccer players have had to navigate major financial shifts after big trades and contract signings. Some got it right. Others lost a lot of wealth. So today, we're going to break down what I would tell Luka Dončić if he were sitting in front of me right now. The best wealth management strategies for high net worth athletes. Let's get into it. The first, residency planning, keeping more of your money. Luka, let's start with where you call home. State residency can be the difference between keeping millions or giving it to the tax man. Texas has zero state income tax. California, 13.3% tax on every dollar over 1.3 million. So for context, if Luka makes $45 million in salary in a given year, he could owe nearly $6 million in California state tax alone. So what can he do? Well, let's look at LeBron James. When he moved from Miami in 2010, he paid no state tax in Florida, a move that helped him retain an estimated $10 million in extra earnings over 4 years. But when he moved to LA, he was subject to the California 13.3% tax, meaning he now pays the highest tax burden of any NBA player in the league. Or take the NHL players. Teams in Florida, Texas, Nevada have a recruiting edge because players keep significantly more of their salaries. This is why top free agents, whether in hockey, baseball, basketball, they often factor in state taxes into their contract decisions. Now here's a cautionary tale. Derek Jeter tried to claim Florida residency while playing in New York. New York tax authorities audited him, sued him, and won. Why? Because even though Jeter had a Florida home, his primary ties, his apartment, social life, time spent, were all in New York. So Luka, if you want to retain Texas residency and avoid California taxes on your endorsement deals, you have to prove it. That means keeping a primary home in Texas, registering to vote there, spending less than 183 days in California, ensuring family and financial ties remain outside of California. There's a list of other things that you also have to consider. If you don't, California is going to tax everything you earn. Let's talk about deferred compensation, the old Bobby Bonilla play. Luka, let's talk about when you get paid. Most players take their salary now and pay the highest possible taxes on it immediately. But what if you delayed some of that money until after your NBA career, until you're back living in Texas or Florida, or maybe even back overseas? That's exactly what Bobby Bonilla did. Instead of taking a lump sum, he deferred his salary for 25 years. Now, every July 1st, he gets $1.19 million tax-free from the New York team. Even more recently, Shohei Ohtani structured a $700 million Dodger contract, so he defers almost all of it. Now, why is that? By the time he gets paid, he may be living in a no-tax country. This strategy isn't just for baseball players. Kevin Garnett, Ken Griffey Jr., Chris Bosh all use deferred salary structures to spread out their income, minimizing the tax spikes and increasing their long-term wealth. Could Luka defer part of his contract until after he leaves California? Absolutely. Could he structure endorsement deals to pay out over multiple years when he's no longer playing? Yes. This move alone could save tens of millions in taxes. Let's talk about protecting endorsement and business income. Luka's NBA contract is massive, but endorsements could earn him even more. The question is, how does he structure these earnings? LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, They all have their own LLCs for endorsements. Why? Because if they sign endorsement deals personally, they get taxed at their personal state income tax rate, which in California is 13.3%. But if Luka sets up a Dončić Enterprise LLC in Texas, endorsement payments go through that company, not to him personally. This means they don't get taxed at California's 13.3% rate. This is a perfectly legal way to structure endorsement income and shield it from high taxes. But there's a right way and a wrong way to do this. Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, does that sound familiar? They tried to use offshore accounts to dodge taxes. Spain caught them. They got convicted of tax fraud and paid millions in fines. What's the lesson? Do it the right way. Set up an LLC in a legit tax-friendly state and structure deals properly. The final takeaway. So Luka, here's your financial playbook. Keep tax residency in Texas if possible. California will take a big chunk if you don't. Defer your income. Time it so you're getting paid in low tax years. Set up an LLC for endorsements. Keep your brand money out of California's tax net. Invest wisely. Real estate, stocks, passive income sources. Live on a budget. Don't be the next broke athlete statistic. And finally, protect your wealth, insurance, asset protection, and a trusted advisory team. You're already a superstar on the court, and with the right wealth strategy, you can be a superstar financially for life. That's the game plan.
All opinions expressed by Andrew Whalen, employees at Whalen Financial, or any other podcast guest are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Whalen Financial. Whalen Financial is a registered investment advisor. This podcast is for information purposes only and should not be relied upon for investment decisions. Clients of Whalen Financial may maintain positions in the securities discussed in this podcast.